Students from Langley, South Lakes, and Sandy Spring Friends meet today on It's Academic. I'm Hillary Howard. Welcome to It's Academic, the world's longest-running TV quiz show produced by Altman Productions in association with David M. Rubenstein Productions.
Support for It's Academic has been provided by the following. MITRE, a not-for-profit research and development company working in the public interest.
What happens when the right people connect? Diversity challenges convention. Mentors inspire greatness. And passions drive innovation. From health to transportation and national security, cyber and AI, to space and back, MITRE connects the power of government, academia, and industry to meet our nation's challenges. Together, MITRE connects.
Hey, we are so glad to have you with us today for a playoff game of It's Academic, and we begin, as we always do, with a fast start. In this round, questions are worth 10 points up or down. First team to buzz in gets to answer, and the contestants don't see what you do on the screens at home. Here we go, teams. Coming in first, in this round, all answers have to do with people or things that were first. She is the first African-American woman appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court. Sandy Spring?
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Correct. This is the first book of the Bible.
Genesis.
Sandy Spring?
Genesis.
Yes. Athletes from this country always enter first at the Olympics. Answer is Greece. In 1911, a London subway station was first to install this type of moving staircase. South Lakes?
Elevator?
No, escalator. England's Elizabeth I belonged to this dynasty. Yes, Sandy Spring?
Tudor.
Tudor it is. To get a first down, a football team must advance this many. Yes, South Lakes?
10 yards.
10 yards it is. This is the first name of the current U.S. First Lady. Yes, Sandy Spring?
Jill.
Jill. In 1587, she became the first child born in America to Sandy Spring?
Virginia Dare.
Virginia Dare, yeah, to English parents. This was the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution. Yes, Langley?
Delaware.
Delaware's right. Arthur Eldred was the first Boy Scout to earn this highest rating.
Eagle.
Sandy Spring?
Eagle.
Yep, Eagle Scout. And that does it for the fast start round. Let's take a look at these scores. Langley High School, 110 points. South Lakes, 100 points. Sandy Spring Friends, 160 points. All right, so how about we meet these teams? You've met them once before during their first round matches. Let's go at it again. We begin with Langley High School from McLean, Virginia. Hello, Ryan. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. What's happened to you since we last saw each other?
So since the last game, we went to a quiz bowl tournament at VCU in Richmond, Virginia.
And how'd you do?
We we didn't do the best, but it was really fun, and we got to hang out with each other.
Well, that's all right. Well, clearly you guys know a lot because you're an awesome team. Well, it's good to see you, Ryan. Hello, Ian.
Hey, I'm Ian. I've been doing a lot of things, including helping run the Quiz Bowl team at Langley, and we participated in that tournament along with some other tournaments before this year.
Wonderful. And it's good to see you, Amy.
Hi.
Hi. What's been going on?
Since last time, like Ryan said, we had a lot of fun at the VCU tournament. We got Asian fusion food. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun being with the Quiz Bowl team.
Awesome. Well, it is time for the mix and match round. As you know, in this round, questions are worth 20 points, nothing off for a wrong answer. First question. Plowing land now. You can harvest 20 points if you find hidden here. What type of bodily organ, such as the pituitary or thyroid?
Gland.
Gland is right. Recidivism, somnambulism, Bolshevism. Which of these words refers to walking in one's sleep?
Somnambulism.
Correct. The second novel in the Hunger Games trilogy is called Catching Cold. No, please change one word to make it right.
Change cold to fire.
Yeah. Yucatan, Baltic, Balkan. Of these three peninsulas, which one is located in the Western Hemisphere?
Yucatan.
Yep. Age cannot wither her. With these words, Shakespeare paid tribute to what Egyptian queen who committed suicide in 30 BC by allowing a snake to bite her?
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra is right. Nicely done, Langley High School. 210 points. Now to the team from South Lake High School in Reston, Virginia. Hello, Eric. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Name's Eric. I'm from South Lakes High School, and just recently, last Thursday, we had our winter concert.
Oh, wonderful. What did you play?
I played the glockenspiel, the snare drum, and the bass drum.
And what was your favorite piece?
Probably hymn song variants. Had
All
a
right.
very fun rhythm.
Beautiful. Well, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
And hello, Daniel.
Hello.
What's going on?
I've been just doing school stuff, college stuff, and just also been participating more in the extracurriculars we're doing. In Model UN, next Wednesday we have a open house, which is this fun, like simulation we do, and it's gonna be on the Minions this year. So looking forward to
That's wonderful. Well, it's good to have you again, Daniel. And hiya, Kevin.
Hi, I'm Kevin. I think just this Tuesday, actually, I had my winter orchestra concert.
And
I played the violin, and I think it went really well.
good. Did you have a favorite piece from the concert?
I think Mock Morris the best. It's a piece by Granger. It's spirited, lots of fun.
All right, wonderful. Here we go, guys. First question. Keep up illusions. Your 20 points won't be an illusion if you can find hidden in this phrase what part of the eye that is the center of the iris.
pupil.
Pupil, which all of you are. Pupils. Sorry, bad pun. A fire, a flood, a tornado. If a town suffered an inundation, you would expect to see pictures of which of these on the evening news?
Fire.
No, a flood. California was called the Wolf Flag Republic. I know this statement's not right. Please change one word to correct it.
Wolf to bear.
Yes. Botany Bay, Bay of Fundy, Narragansett Bay. Two of these three bays empty into the Atlantic Ocean, but which bay is an extension of the Pacific near Sydney, Australia?
The Bay of Fundy.
No, it's Botany Bay. Bay of Fundy is that one in Nova Scotia. To keep a lamp burning, we have to keep putting oil in it. This was the practical advice of what Nobel Prize winning nun, known for her compassion for the dying people of Calcutta.
Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa's right. Nice, South Lakes, 160 points. And now to Sandy Spring friends from Sandy Spring, Maryland. Hiya, Justin.
Oh, I'm good. Thank you.
Good. What's been going on?
A couple of weeks ago, we had our cross country championships, and we did really well. So,
That's wonderful. Where'd you place?
first for small schools.
Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, it's good to have you here again. Hello, Greta.
Hi, Hillary. It's nice to see you.
It's good to see you too.
So I'm Greta. I'm a 16-year-old senior, and we have been deep into rehearsals for our play, which is happening next weekend. So life has been very busy with that.
And what play is it again?
It's by Bertolt Brecht. It's called The Caucasian Chalk Circle. It's a classic about the Middle East and the rise and fall of republics.
And I can't remember, are you performing or are you working in the production?
So I'm performing, and we've got a really good cast this year. Diego's in it with me. We're having a really good time.
Awesome. That's wonderful. Good to have you. And Diego, hi. Tell us more about the
Hi.
play and whatever else you're up to.
Yeah, so the play, we're very much deep into rehearsal. Tech Week is starting, so that's taking up most of my time. I'm actually also is making it very difficult for me to study for my ACT, which is tomorrow. So hopefully that goes well.
Good luck. I'm sure you'll do well.
Thank you.
Here you go, guys. Watch Lori next. Watch this sentence, and you can find hidden within it what halogen element, a constituent of table salt.
Chlorine.
Yes. Cynophobia, dorophobia, cryophobia. A person who is afraid of cold would be suffering from which of these phobias?
Cryophobia.
Yes. In 1587, Mary, Queen of Hearts, was executed in England. No. Please change one word to make it right.
Hearts to Scots.
Yes. Black Sea, Sargasso Sea, Weddell Sea. The Crimean War was named for a peninsula that protrudes into which of these seas?
The Black Sea.
Yeah. She would rather light a candle than curse the darkness. Here is one tribute to what 20th century First Lady, whose husband was elected to 4 presidential terms.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Eleanor Roosevelt is right. Sandy Spring Friends, 260 points. That does it for the mix and match round. Don't go anyplace. Picture perfect next.
I'm David Rubenstein. From the Kennedy Center and the National Archives to the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument, I've been pleased to support many important organizations and historic sites linked to American history, art, culture, education, and more. I believe giving back to our country isn't just an idea, it's an action, a patriotic action that involves all of us. And it begins with education and learning about our nation's past so that we, the people, can make a more perfect union for the future. We can do it together. Please read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
Hello again. It's time for the Picture Perfect round. But before we jump into the round, let's recap those scores one more time. Langley, 210 points. South Lakes, 160 points. Sandy Spring Friends, 260 points. So in this Picture Perfect round, as you guys know, questions are worth 20 points up or down. Once again, the first team to buzz in gets to answer. First picture. This is the signature of what 16th century Portuguese explorer whose expedition it's credited with the first circumnavigation. Langley.
Magellan.
Magellan is right. Watermelon is a major source of what element whose atomic number is 19 and whose Sandy Spring? Answer? 3, 2, 1.
Phosphorus.
No, potassium. This is the flag of what small country? Sandy.
Cyprus.
Very good. What is the value of A in this system of equations? South Lakes.
2.
2 is right. Afghanistan's Bamiyan cliffs no longer hold 2 statues. Huge. Yes, Langley.
Buddha.
Yeah, Buddha's right. Nice. This is a diagram of what vitamin that's often referred to as ascorbic acid. Answer? In 3, 2, 1. The answer is vitamin C. These 2 star clusters are found in the constellation named for what mythical hero who killed Medusa? Yes, Sandy Spring.
Perseus.
Yes. This is the U.S. Embassy compound in Mogadishu, the capital, Sandy Spring.
Somalia.
Somalia is right. What radioactive element is covered by the red square on this? Sandy Spring.
Thorium.
Thorium is correct. This Vietnamese bay is an arm of, yes, Langley.
Tonkin.
Gulf of Tonkin. Very nicely done. And that does it for the Picture Perfect round. So let's talk about these scores one more time. Langley 270, South Lakes 180, Sandy Spring Friends 320 points. So as we always say here on It's Academic, these students are awesome, but they don't do it alone. They have coaches and in some cases a whole team behind them, including administrators. Many of them are here today. Let's meet them. We begin with Langley High School. Ian, tell us who's with you today.
With us today, we have our amazing coaches, Miss Banker and Mrs. Dorneman.
Awesome. Well, it's great to have them here. And South Lakes, Daniel, tell us about who's here with you.
We have our amazing coach, Miss France, and along with our mascot, Seymour, as well.
Thank you so much, Daniel. And Sandy Spring Friends. Greta, tell us who's with you.
Today we have Eduardo Polon, our wonderful captain, and Mark, our amazing assistant captain. And we also have Oscar Wilde, the wildebeest, who's here to support us.
Well, we love him, and we always love seeing the wildebeest with his little wildebeest paws or hooves, I guess they'd be, right over the lip of the desk. All right, well, now that we've introduced everybody and met everybody, let's go ahead and do this packet round. All right, now we can dive into this round. As you know, we have these 3 lovely packets. South Lakes, you get to pick which packet Langley will answer questions from.
Packet 3.
Packet 3. Okay. Questions are worth 20 points. Nothing off for a wrong answer. If you get all of the questions right, there is a
25-point bonus.
Yes. Here we go. Langley. Oops. You didn't see that, did you? Okay. Hans Christian Andersen wrote one of his most endearing stories about what type of mythical creature, half girl, half fish.
Mermaid?
Mermaid it is. Although the U.S. is no longer on the gold standard, there are still thousands of tons of gold bars stored in what Kentucky fort?
Fort Knox.
Fort Knox, yes. Because its members refused to answer questions about politics, the Native American Party, which ran Millard Fillmore for president in 1856, got what nickname?
No, nothing.
No, nothing is right. Here's your science question. Voltage, current, acceleration. Which of these indicates the time rate of passage of an electric charge past a given point?
Current.
Current is correct. From 1899 to 1901, the Anti-Foreigner Rebellion broke out in China, spearheaded by a group whose formal title was the Society of Righteous Harmonious Fists.
Typing.
No, Boxer Rebellion. In 2011, scholars unearthed a previously unpublished story by what author of The Trial and the Metamorphosis?
Franz Kafka.
Yeah, here's your math question. Evaluate this expression.
150.
150 is right. A black eye patch and a three-cornered hat were the trademarks of what British admiral who won the battle but lost his life at Trafalgar in 1805?
Nelson.
Nelson, it is. Nicely done, Langley. 410 points. Okay, South Lakes, you're up. Sandy Spring Friends, packet 1 or packet 2?
We'll give them packet 2.
Packet 2. Several years ago, the Mars Climate Orbiter burned up because engineers forgot they were dealing with what system of measurement involving centimeters?
The metric system?
Oof, yeah, that's a tough one, huh? I'd hate to get that wrong. Rock carvings that may date from the 6th century were found in what Appalachian state whose capital is Charleston?
West Virginia?
Yep. Like most tropical reefs, the Florida Keys are islands created from what sort of stony skeletal mass secreted by sea polyps?
Coral?
Yeah, you got it. Here's your science question. Cation, electrode, anion. Which of these terms refers specifically to a positively charged ion?
Cation?
Yeah. In the 1930s, Americans sat by their radios and listened to President Franklin Delano Roosevelt's speeches, which had what two-word nickname?
Fireside chats?
You got it. A medieval magician who supposedly could shave himself by magic was the model for what title character who sold his soul to the devil in a play by Goethe?
Faust?
You got it again. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as a positive integer.
5?
5 it is. The Genius of Universal Emancipation was a periodical co-edited by what white abolitionist who later published The Liberator? Need an answer.
Douglas?
No, William Lloyd Garrison. South Lakes, well done, 320 points. And that leaves us with packet number 1 for Sandy Spring Friends. The Hale-Bopp comet is named partly for Thomas Bopp, an amateur astronomer who noticed a glow in the sky over what state where the Grand Canyon also attracts attention?
Arizona.
Yes. Because they thought such writing a waste of time, the Puritans used the term waste book for what sort of personal journal, such as that kept by Anne Frank?
Diary.
Yeah. The 1469 marriage of Isabella and Ferdinand resulted in the unification of Aragon and what other Spanish kingdom?
Castile. Castile.
Castile is correct. Here's your science question. Work energy theorem, law of definite proportions, law of conservation of mass. John Dalton observed that elements always combine in a specific ratio by weight, a fact incorporated in which of these axioms?
The law of definite proportions.
You've got it. Within the next 100 years, thousands of languages are expected to go extinct, including that of what N-initialed Native American tribe, the largest in the Southwest?
Navajo.
Navajo's right. It's no secret that The Secret Sharer and Lord Jim are both literary works by what author who grew up in Poland but did his writing in English?
Oh my gosh. Lord Jim.
Need an answer?
Chekhov.
Nope. Conrad, Joseph Conrad. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as a fraction in lowest terms.
2 over 3b.
Yeah.
2 over 3B.
2 over 3B is right. Henry Clay's Compromise of 1850 was made possible by the support of what New England senator who was bitterly criticized by anti-slavery groups for his famous March the 7th speech?
Webster.
Webster is right. Nicely done. Sandy Springfriend, 460 points. That's it for the packet round. You know what's coming up next. It's the grab bag. Stay with us.
Hello, I'm David Rubenstein. Did you know that the song Over the River and Through the Wood was not intended to be about Christmas? The words are from a 19th century poem called Thanksgiving Day, written by Lydia Child. I'm David Rubenstein, reminding you to read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
Yep, it's time for the grab bag. And in this round, of course, questions are worth 20 points, up or down. So, you know, anything can happen, right? Here we go, guys. First question. Hamlet describes acting as holding up to nature what same object that Snow White's stepmother was always asking Sandy Spring?
Mirror.
Mirror is correct. Choice. The average bar of soap has a pH value that is less than 7, greater than 7, or exactly 7. Langley.
Greater than 7?
Greater than 7 is right. A fictional language called Nadsat is spoken in what Anthony Burgess novel that has the word orange in it? Langley.
A Clockwork Orange.
You are right. On your screens. This painting was completed about 1880 by a member of what Native American tribe to which Sacagawea belonged? Sandy Spring.
Justin.
Shoshone.
Shoshone's right. Nice. If the tangent of an acute angle is 1, the angle has how many degrees? Yes, Langley.
45.
45 is it. The North Carolina town of Marion was named for Francis Marion, the Revolutionary War hero who had what 2 words, Sandy Spring?
Swamp Fox.
Swamp Fox it is. World War II Tehran Summit. The World War II Tehran Summit Conference was codenamed with what Greek word shouted by Archimedes when he discovered South Lakes?
Eureka.
Eureka, yes, on your screens. Cauliflower is nothing but cabbage with a college education. This description of cauliflower was made by what American author of Pudd'nhead Wilson and The Innocents Abroad? The answer is Mark Twain. Choice. The word stannic in the names of compounds refers to what element? Lead, platinum, or tin? Yes, Sandy Spring.
Tin.
Tin is correct. In the title of a Carson McCullers novel, the heart is what kind of solitary hunter?
Lonely.
Yes, Sandy Spring.
Lonely.
Lonely hunter. On Route 81 in Virginia, a sign marks the farm once home to what inventor of the mechanical reaper? Yes, Langley.
Whitney.
No, Cyrus McCormick. On your screens. The Baltoro Glacier is located in what? And that is the end of the game. Stick around. The judges are looking through those scores. We'll have them for you in just a minute.
I'm David Rubenstein, and I believe giving back is something we all can do. Many students are getting involved in their communities in important ways. I've asked them to share with us how they're making a difference.
Hi, I'm Dallas, and I'm a 15-year-old sophomore from Bishop Ireton High School in Alexandria, Virginia. One way I give back to the community is by assisting in the assembly of small packages containing essential items like food and hygiene products at my local parish and during a recent school service trip. This allows me to make a direct impact on the well-being of people experiencing challenges, including food insecurity and financial constraints. Making small packages has also provided me an excellent learning opportunity, allowing me to understand the importance of community service. Throughout my time doing this, I have witnessed the true joy, hope, and relief it brings to those in need throughout Alexandria.
Like these students, you too can help improve the lives of so many people by volunteering in your town and community. Please read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
And the scores are now official. We begin with South Lakes High School from Reston, Virginia. Eric, Daniel, Kevin, 340 points. From Langley High School in McLean, Virginia, Ryan, Ian, Amy, 450 points. And coming back for the semifinal, Sandy Spring friends from Sandy Spring, Maryland, Justin, Greta, Diego, 560 points. Way to go, guys. Feeling good? Yeah. Woo, there's the Seahawk from South Lakes. Hey, boom. We'll be right back.
Support for It's Academic has been provided by the following: MITRE, a not-for-profit research and development company working in the public interest.
What happens when the right people connect? Diversity challenges convention. Mentors inspire greatness. And passions drive innovation. From health to transportation and national security, cyber and AI, to space and back, MITRE connects the power of government, academia, and industry to meet our nation's challenges. Together, MITRE connects.
And that does it for us on It's Academic. It's so nice to have you next to me, Seahawk. Make sure you join us next time for another playoff match. I'm Hillary Howard. See you then. Bye, everybody. Say bye, guys. Bye.